I've decided to turn myself into a cartoon. So I'm using Procreate as always, love Procreate, and I am going to turn myself into a cartoon, which is something I've never done before. I feel like it's really hard to draw yourself. I don't know why. I am most critical of my own work when it is some work designed for me. For example, designing my own logo took me ages. So we'll see how this video goes, but either way, it should be fun. So I actually want to draw it in a similar style to when I drew my subscribers. I really liked that, and that was the first time I'd ever drawn in that style. So I figured I need a little bit more practice, and let's draw myself an icon. So I am going to import one of the old drawings so I have something to kind of go off. So I'm just going to insert this one here, which I drew in that video, and then also a couple of photos of me so I have something to kind of go off. Right, so I've got my photos in there, and first things first is to sketch. So I obviously need a sketching, and I just use either the technical pencil or the 6B. I don't think they're like majorly different, other than the 6B is a little bit darker, but either way you can either draw thin lines or you can shade and draw thick lines or soft lines. It all depends on like where you're holding the pen. So to be honest, at this point it doesn't really matter. I'm going to make a new layer and just sketch things out. Actually, I'm going to be either sneaky or tactical, you decide. I'm going to trace this one because surely everyone's face looks pretty similar. I'm going to trace the kind of placement of the jaw, the nose, the eyes and the mouth, because that's the bit I always get wrong and it always frustrates me. So I'm just going to lower the opacity a little bit, and let's trace over this so I've got a good idea for the jawline. Now I feel like I've got like a pretty angled jawline. Like sometimes I look like a moon, sometimes I've got definition, depends how much chocolate I've eaten, but I feel like I'm going to do a little bit of the definition for this, just so it looks a little bit more like me rather than just your average brown haired girl, you know. Cool. And then the nose, I'll just do a quick thing. And then do I want to smile with my teeth? I feel like a lot of the time I don't smile with my teeth, so maybe I'll just do a normal mouth. Kind of pointless me copying this actually. Like, why am I tracing my own work? Why am I being lazy? Who knows? But I mean, laziness is the story of my life, so might as well go with it. And then draw the head further up like that. Obviously it's a cartoon, so it doesn't really matter. Right, let's move that other thing. So let's move her back over here. Oh damn, that looks scary. Oh my god. Okay, those eyes are terrifying. Let's hope they don't look like that in the end. So we've got some brows. I like to think I've got fluffy brows sometimes, but I don't think that's the case. So we'll just do some rough brows for now. Like that. What else? Like the nose bits. My ears are always covered up and my hair now isn't actually that long. So let's just do the neck part. And I guess, do I draw myself in this? I feel like a collared shirt of some sort is very, very me. So maybe let's go with like a buttoned open collared shirt. And I don't draw it all the way down for little avatars, so I'll just leave it like that. And then my hair, currently it's actually really short, isn't it? So it's like kind of up to my collarbones, so maybe I'll exaggerate it a little bit. I'll make it a little bit shorter, maybe like wavy hair of some sort. I always have a middle part in, so that's easy. So let's just middle part, and then I have no idea how to draw wavy short hair. Like how do we do this? I'm gonna actually do it where my hair's tied up. So maybe exaggerate this bit, because a lot of the time when I have my hair tied up, it's kind of big. So exaggerate that. I mean, that looks terrifying, but I think it's something to work off. We will give it a go either way. So once I've done a sketch, I like to create a new layer, and then I'm gonna go around it with an ink pen. So I just use the inking bit with the gel pen, and it's just a solid monoline shape. It's the same width all the way through. So first I just do it in black. Actually, you know what? I really do need a photo of myself. Right, so I found one. My hair is actually shorter than I thought it was when it's curly, so I'll bear that in mind when I draw it. And I'm actually gonna get rid of the collar for the top button thing, and I really like my little polka dot one, so I'll do polka dots on it when I get to that bit. Cool. Right, back to the actual sketching. So like I said, ink pen, just the gel pen, and I'm just going to outline the bits that I'm going to see. Basic features are done. I'm gonna do the hair. So middle part in, and I always have it tied up. Alright, I feel like that is a solid start. So now I've done that outline, I'm just gonna hide the one underneath it and then create another new layer, lower the opacity of this one, and this is where I start drawing in colour. So I am gonna draw skin colour. So I mean, I can pick the colour up from here, but I look very pale in that photo. I mean, I look pale anyway. So first I'm gonna do the jawline. So I usually just copy the line that I've already done, but hopefully neater. Then I also do the neck with this line too. That layer underneath is not dark enough. Do I like that colour? Not sure. So if I ever want to change the lines, I just put alpha lock on. So I click the layer, alpha lock, and then I can change the colour of the skin. So I feel like I'm just going to pick up a colour out of this drawing, and I'm just going to fill the layer with that colour. There we go, that's more skin coloured. Then new layer. So every time I change the line colour, I create a new layer. I'm going to do the hair. So I need like a darky brown colour, not black but not too light, and I'm just going to outline the hair. So again, new layer. So for the top, it is a white top, which isn't going to show very well. So for now, I'm just going to draw it in like a red, burnt orange. My paint fill thing's not working. Like usually if you drag it over and fill and let go, it fills just that shape, especially when like there's no gaps in that drawing, but it doesn't seem to want to work. I mean, I suppose I could Google it. Fixed it! Yes! Okay, happy about that. I don't know how that ended up getting changed. like that, and then I'm just going to put the lines for the jumper completely underneath the hair so it's hidden. Oh, I've missed a bit. Then the jumper, let's fill it in orange. I actually quite like the orange. Maybe I'll keep the orange. I do wear orange quite a lot, especially at this time of year. I always fill in the layer underneath so that I can change the colours of the lines separately, because they're two separate layers. What colour are my eyes? Like mucky blue? I feel like that's an accurate representation. Right, so for the middle of the eye, I usually make the pen a lot fatter. Like that, and then I get rid of the overlap at the bottom because it's kind of going over the white. Let's put it back up to the normal colour, and then I do a little bit lighter for the inside, again on a new layer whilst I sort it out. Then we have black, so new layer. Whoa, you're way too big. Eyelashes, sometimes I don't do the eyelashes, but obviously I always have mascara on, so I'm going to do the eyelashes. So for this I use a script pen, and I end up refining this anyway, but I'm going to do this on a new layer again above everything. Like that. Cute. So I'm going to copy it over and do that. And then I look a bit cross-eyed at the minute, and it's because of these two bits. So basically all I need to do is flip them over and move it to the other side. There we go. And then the same with the eyebrow. So where are you? There. Duplicate. Like that. Flip. I am going to do some more finer details. So I'm going to do some details on the jumper. So I thought maybe and add some stripes around the neck. So it actually looks like a jumper. Like that. And then some shadows, which I always think brings everything to life a lot more. So I'm going to do it quite dark to begin with, and then I darken it down as I get going. So then I always like to do some under the chin, just because there's always naturally a shadow there, and then a little bit under the nose, and then I'm just going to lighten that up with the opacity. I actually think I need to darken this outline a little bit, which is why I coloured it in and did the outline separate, because it lets me darken the outlines without having to start again, which I've learned the hard way. There we go. Right, let's just go on to the hair. So I want some dark bits and some lighter bits, so picking up the colour of the hair, and then I'm going to use the calligraphy script pen again, and then just make sure I am on the right layer. And then I'm just going to change the opacity again so it's not as in your face. Let's add some texture. Alright, so I've added a few freckles, I've added a little bit of texture in the hair and some blush. I do think there's a little bit missing, Let me know in the comments what you think I could add to this to improve it. Like I said at the beginning, I don't usually do this kind of thing, but there we go. I've turned myself into a cartoon. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see from me down in the comments below, and yeah, I'll see you soon for another one. Bye!